All right.
Oh.
Okay, Brother Keith. I think we
Oh,
are
yeah, that's my guy.
in some sort of way. We are live.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I want to get the link. Oh, there we go. Is
You have
now
it there?
live.
Yeah, I should start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Wow,
on.
yes.
Oh, let me turn this down.
Yay. You're on, dude. Look, I still have this on my screen. To start soon.
Well, now let's remind everybody what kind of phone system you have. It is called a.
That is true. I have an iPhone
Right.
on
Is
whatever.
that bigger than mine? It's actually bigger. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, these have gotten smaller now. Like this is from a few years ago.
Oh, really? Is it
the
small?
girls' phone is a little bit smaller. So
Oh, you're saying that
they've
new
kinda-
okay.
they've kind of gone back the other direction.
I'm still
there we go.
thinking I wouldn't mind having an Apple phone just so I could get all my iTunes in the cloud. I've got thousands and thousands of songs, and every once in a while you get tired of listening to what's that, Spotify, or which I don't listen to, but you know, Sirius and all that. You like to put on a playlist. You like to put on a whole album. You know, back in the day, Joel, when we were kids, they had things go now. Now this is good for the kids. They're called albums.
Albums, yeah. What is an album? Tell us.
Album
why
is a group of songs that they put together, and they put them on a LP, long play,
right?
Yes.
Okay. Made of,
I guess they were plastic, but they were wax originally.
Oh,
some kind of plastic polymer. Don't ask me questions.
How much longer could this go on?
Me. Anyway, hey Joel, guess what time it is?
What time is it, Keith?
Holy cow, you've grown up, my little brother. It's Smack and Jack.
Yeah.
When the heck were we back on?
I think it's been May since we had
Really?
a live show.
Goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Well, we picked the hottest weekend of the year to I think tomorrow's gonna be the hottest.
Thus far.
Yes, right.
To do a show, yeah. It looks like we have a few people on too.
Okay,
so
nice.
Shall we get started?
Let's do that. And that's why I wanted my computer, because you can see who's.
Right, you can see the comments and stuff. Yeah, you could actually probably do that on the phone.
Oh yeah,
there
okay.
too.
Here we go. Linda's on. Yeah.
Although, since you're not on the program, it won't come up. You know, you're not on the program.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so. One of the questions was, just before we started, folks, was, are we going to remember how to do this? Because it's been so long.
And the answer is so far, not yet.
Yeah,
but I know how to
a little
do this.
sketchy. All right. We ready to get this thing started, Keith?
Yeah, let's do it. Grab
right.
your coffee, and we will be back in a second.
Here we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Wenderman.
Jack up your income, smack it in the face.
Ooh, yeah.
Little side note, you see the intro, our really neat coverage of, years gone by. The little boy in that, we can't bring it back up because I don't have the technological know-how, but the little boy in the center of that is now 137 years old, and he's living in Camden. He watches the show every week from his nursing home. All righty, Joel, what do we have going on today?
Well, first off,
June,
welcome.
It's the 22nd.
It's
the 22nd.
Is it the 22nd or the 23rd?
Well,
let us know, folks.
I think there's a 10th in there.
Is it a 23rd?
Oh, 23rd.
Today's the 23rd.
I correct myself. Goodness sakes.
So,
crazy.
Yeah, folks, it's been a while since we've been on the show here. Now, just to give an overview of why, work schedules have kind of,
yes. Well, one of us did get a full-time job in the last year.
Okay.
First time, period. Full-time job.
That's another.
Better late than never, they say. But, I'm starting to question. I was fine before the fulltime job. I was just fine.
The full-time, certainly.
Yeah, really
full-time.
taking a chunk out of my napping and, enjoying a beer or two. But anyway.
How can you live life having a full-time job?
Yeah, it is tough.
Meanwhile, my family and I have been down to the beach, Ocean City, New Jersey. Beautiful week back in June. Boy, that's over a month ago we were down there. And then we went out to Penn State for a new student orientation for Sophia. A great, beautiful campus. Actually, a very nice ride out there too. Nice drive.
Yes, it is. Pennsylvania is, as I've said before, is a beautiful state.
Yeah,
very diverse. And
then we headed up to Cape Cod for a week. Beautiful up there at Cape Cod. We took a ferry out to Martha's Vineyard as well. Did some bicycle riding.
Is Martha's Vineyard? Is there cars on the vineyard?
Yeah.
So you can take your car.
Yeah.
Did you take your car? Or did you just?
No, we just took the ferry over minus the car.
Spent the day,
and then we took they have a bus that you can drive around on.
Okay.
Or ride around on. So we did that. But it was really we considered renting bikes, but the recommendation was do not rent bikes in the summertime up there because there's just so many people.
Yeah. Yes.
The cars, they say a lot of people get in accidents, bicycle accidents up there. So we decided
you can do that at home.
Exactly. We
could
do
a bike
that
accident. Yeah.
So we did rent bikes and go on the bike path on Cape Cod, the mainland, but not in Martha's Vineyard. So and after, other than that, we've been up to the mountain house, up and back. And I have to say, starting on Airbnb.
Yes.
Recently, it's going pretty well so far as the bookings. We'll let you know how that goes after people stay there.
All right. Well, you said that, and being as coming from a sarcastic family, I couldn't tell whether or not you were serious when you put the post up. Is you're getting busy since. I thought you were joking. Joke. Like what? How else can I rent this? Stupid place?
No. Stephanie has been it's been full time.
Yeah, good. That's great.
4 days.
All right.
Putting up our.
Well, that's
back
her organ practice and cutting the grass.
Oh yeah,
everybody's got to share.
Exactly.
Duties, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So that's where I've been, folks. So it's been kind of hit and miss. But what we wanted
and driving your youngest socialite.
Yes, Caroline.
Caroline is quite the. She's got a full social calendar.
She's currently down at the beach right now, and she is showing signs of being at the beach for a week. She's coming home today, but man, did she get some sun? Yeah, she got some real sun there.
A little darker anyway. I remember when I was Sophia's age, the girl's age, Caroline. And when I went away for the day, I'd go down to Media, hang out in Joey's house on, what was that, Jefferson or something like that? Yeah.
And Monroe?
I'd walk. Or, if I could steal a bike off the kid brother. Right,
that would have been my bike.
Yeah. But yeah, boy, I tell you, kids are...
Yeah, they get around.
They're in the know. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Good.
So last week, folks, or not last week, but in the last few weeks, we did a review, a Yeti review.
Oh,
okay. So we haven't been completely dormant here at the old Somerset Studios. Coming up, we're going to do a review of our my Miele vacuum cleaner. So that'll be on a Saturday morning where we won't have a show, and we'll have the whole vacuum cleaner here. We'll talk about it.
I can't wait for that. I love vacuum cleaners. I mean, if you look around here, you can tell I like vacuum cleaners. Where's the rim shot, dude?
And then after that, we're actually going to do a little series. A month or so ago, we talked about the home equity line of credit. So we're going to put together a little series of home equity line of credit.
Okay.
Meaning, what is it? And these will be 10, 15-minute videos. And we won't do all of it in one video. We'll do little chunks.
Okay.
Videos.
All right, yeah.
So that's what we got coming up. So if you don't see us on a show, that means we're doing some more purposely recorded videos to put out
purposely recorded as opposed to accidentally recorded, like this morning show.
Like what I did today. I accidentally pushed the broadcast and record. So that's what we have coming up. So keep an eye out for that. I'll send out those links once we get those video reviews done.
Okay, good.
So that they're always fun for us. And we kind of got away from that over the last couple of years. Well, with COVID, we just getting together just to do a live show was
enough.
So we want to get back into a little bit of the review, the Smack and Jack tested.
I have a Smack and Jack tested, but it's a very quick one, and we haven't recorded it yet. But keep an eye out for it. It's going to be funny, and I work on stuff up here, not on the computer so much, but I work on stuff up here.
Yeah. So that'll be out. Keep an eye out for that one, as produced by Keith.
Yes, Oh, well, actually, I'm going to need some production help on that.
Folks, it is hot. It is really, really hot
Ooh, what?
around here. So
How hot is it, Joel?
uh,
Well, what is it right now?
let's take a look at some screen. I took some screenshots of my phone.
It's 84 right now.
It's
in East
84
Scotia.
right
That's
now.
Yeah.
And it's 9:11 a.m. and it's 84
That's not
degrees.
gonna,
Right.
it's not going to be
So let's
good.
take a look at our screen here. Let's see if I can do that without. And you know what? Let's go to here, Keith. Can I do that so you can see it? All right. So on this one, you can see. Let's back up here. Sorry, folks. I don't know if we're on the same screen as you all are. Let's go back this way. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let's do this one instead. We'll go to here. Sorry, folks. Too much technology here. In this one, on the left there, this was taken at like 11 o'clock last night.
10:55,
So,
yes.
Yeah, 10:55. So 82 degrees at home.
Off of your phone, a
Off my
screenshot of
phone,
your
yeah.
Mhm.
You notice Big Bass Lake there? That's where our mountain house is. And
Okay.
that's often where it's 15, it could be 15 to 20 degrees
12
cooler.
degrees, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously there it wasn't quite as extreme. And then you see where media is, of course, where I live. And then what the forecast is for the week. Now, this has actually come down a little bit. Actually, no, today high is 99. Sunday came down. I think it was supposed to be 99 as well. So
Yeah, I thought Sunday was supposed to be the hottest.
Yeah.
But maybe they're
So that's where that is. Let's go on to
wow.
Westchester. We're looking at 95 today. Betterton, our friends down there, our family down there, Linda and Brad, 93 today. And then Greenbush, Wisconsin, if Deb's watching, they got it easy out there.
Yeah,
Like
70.
Yeah.
Now I remember being out there in the summer and it'd be a doggone hot. So they
Yes.
must be getting a little relief right now.
I tell you what, it's usually cool out there in Wisconsin until we go out.
Yeah,
That has happened. We haven't been out there for a while, unfortunately, but when Stephanie and I went out after we got married, it was like foggy, literally foggy the entire time we were there. And I think Deb and the family out there say we have never seen this before.
Brought all the humidity out with us.
It was like super humid, super
Wow.
foggy out there, but it was a fun time, but it was
Yeah.
interesting. So that's where the kind of the local temperatures are. Now, Keith, let's go on to our next one here. Is this going to be the hottest ever summer? Well, we don't know that yet, but I did do a little research. 2022 is on pace to be among the top 10 hottest years on record, but really not on pace to be the hottest year on record. As you can see here, actually 2016 was the hottest year on record. And I'll have to go back and look at my pictures to see what we were doing. And,
Right. Well, I'm looking at the chart here. Does this mean it's warm?
yeah, like,
So it must have been
between January and April.
Right. It was a warm
It was
winter, so
warm,
that'll bump
yeah.
up the okay.
Yeah. So, hottest year is the entire 12-month period,
Exactly,
not
yeah.
just the summer.
Right.
So we could have a blistering summer, but the rest of the year be kind of average, and that would bring. So I guess that's where we are. But nonetheless, it is. It's pretty hot. And over in England, you were saying that.
Yeah. Tarmacs, the runways are buckling. There's been fires. There's fires in Greece, Italy, Spain. And my friend Barbara told me that in England, they've used more firefighting equipment in the last week or so than they have since World War II.
Wow.
Now I don't know why. I guess heat. Yeah, well, heat starts fires. I mean, it's
dries things out.
Yeah,
makes things very
and some
dry.
of these old, they show some of these old row homes, real old row homes that have been there for hundreds of years. The timbers, they use a lot of stone and concrete over there. But
I heard
Steve
Colbert say the other night that, and I'm assuming this is true, that those houses over there were built to keep the warmth in.
Yes, right.
So they're like literally ovens.
Yes.
I guess. And very few people have air conditioning. There wasn't up to this point really wasn't a need for air conditioning because most of your high temperatures maybe about 80.
Yes, and it seems to be not as humid over there. It's weird to say that, in England being you always hear about London fog and all that kind of stuff, but
Right.
it's not as humid as it is. So once the sun starts going down, it cools off and you open the window and you get, there's always a breeze.
So I wonder if that's still the case at this point, or is it?
Yeah, well, they do say it's, they don't have a lot of air conditioners over there.
So anyway, folks, let us know how the temperature is in your neck of the woods. I think many of you are in our actual neck of the woods. So we're all suffering a little bit on the heat front there.
And I'll see all the people that are on your, Kathy's on mine. Hi, Kathy. But
Morning,
I don't see Joe or Jen or anything. I wonder why.
Hi, Jen. Oh, thanks. Regarding the house. Yeah, we appreciate that. That's she's referring to our mountain house.
Yes, they did do amazing
that
job.
we bought that in 2020, so it's been
2 years already.
It's been a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
We just FYI, we just put a new roof on it last week, so it's another.
How did that go? By the way,
actually went very
happy with the.
Yeah, it looks great. Well, here's the backstory on the new roof on the mountain house: is that last year I noticed a little leak and it turned out to be the venting on it. So the guy came out, they took care of that. They also took care of the seal around the vent pipe.
Okay. Yes.
So they sealed that up. And then back in the spring, Stephanie and I noticed some streaking on the wall. And I noticed, like, on the radiator, the electric heat, it looked like somebody spilled coffee. And I'm thinking, well, somebody spilled a little coffee looking out the window there.
Right,
and then I noticed the streak all the way up the wall. I'm like,
how did they do that?
Yeah, I'm trying to make the best of this. Like, how did they spill coffee going up the wall? Well, so I called the same guy and he said, Joel, that we were out last year, we fixed the leak. Now you're calling me for another leak on this part. He said, it's probably
if I
time.
come out again, we're putting a roof on this.
And when he was there, he said it's going to cost you about $2,000 to repair that leak because of where it was around the chimney and all that. He said that alone is going to cost you, so.
And that's good money after bed. You're going to.
Exactly. So I thought, all right, that was one thing I was concerned about anyway. Let's just put a whole new roof on it and call it.
You have to worry about it for 15 years.
So, and then they put the ice, we get plenty of ice there. So they put the ice under it's like a seal or
rubber
something, but they put that like
kinda
10 feet up the ceiling,
up
the roof.
Nice, good.
Double than what's required. So
good.
We have plenty of ice that could get up in there. So we're hoping we're in good shape for the next. The shingles are guaranteed for 50 years.
No,
so
nice, good.
Yeah, so hopefully we're in good shape with
won't
that.
have to worry about that
for a long time. All right, let's move on.
It's a good 56 here. Where's Joey? Joey, where are you?
It's got to be in the basement somewhere.
Yeah, you sitting in the basement somewhere over there at the rec center show.
So, folks, when
it's weird that I can't get every look. It won't move.
That is kind of strange. But remember, this is pulling in my Facebook page.
Oh,
our Smack and Jack, my personal page, the Smack and Jack page, and YouTube. Of course, I don't see.
Oh, right. When I do it on
so there's a couple different
the link.
You're only looking at one page there.
Right. Okay.
So, and driving up to the house and back and forth, everybody notices this, the construction. And so noticing construction on the 476, which used to be called the Northeast Extension of the Turnpike. Right. It used to be Route 9 or something like that. So over the past year or so, I noticed that they're redoing all the bridges, all the overpasses, making them all wider. And, I didn't really think much about it, didn't really research. And I thought, oh, okay, they're probably getting ready to do something. And of course they were. So back in the spring, driving up on one particular occasion, I noticed that all of the trees about 50 yards from either side, all of the trees are cut down. Like all the trees are down. I'm like, what in the world are they doing here? So of course they're doing a what's that?
He's a dialysis. I should have.
That, yeah. So
I hope it's not 56 degrees in that office.
Yeah, it would be kind of chilly.
Yeah.
I bet it is. It probably feels like that.
Yeah, right. It probably does for Joe.
So of course they're widening the turnpike, and they have the big machines up there. They're blowing apart the rock and this, that, and the other thing. Wow. And it is a huge. And I remember years ago you made a comment about one of the interchanges where people get on and off. It was like maybe a cloverleaf interchange.
Right.
And you said, something like, how much do you think all of this cost right here just to do this?
Yes.
So I always, whatever reason, I always think about that whenever I see construction on the road. So we are all familiar with construction on the road. So I just wanted to share a little bit of, a little bit of the research that I did for the Turnpike. So this is the Northeast Extension here. And this is all the spots where they're doing construction. Basically the entire length now of our trip up to our house. So Lake Harmony we get off somewhere up around Lake Harmony, and we go over and we get up there. But this area right here is kind of what I'm referring to. So the bridge replacements, they're obviously widening road and all that stuff. They're going from essentially 4 lanes to 6 lanes. And this is a huge part here. See the 12-foot shoulder on the left side of each lane. Up here, there is really only a 4-foot. So, you're riding on the turnpike or any highway. And, I think of the 4-lane older highways, turnpike, right? And you're flying along at 70 miles an hour this way, while about 5 feet away, another vehicle is going 70 miles in the other direction.
Oh, so they're widening. Okay.
So they're doing so this is going to be 24, 26 feet between opposing traffic here. And then of course a huge further on either side.
Chopping the side of the mountain, and then they're building, it looks like they're adding to it on the other side.
Yeah. So this is apparently going to go essentially all the way up the Northeast Extension. And then there's parts that I feel like they really need that, but I'm thinking they're using on this land on both sides. Is that land that they just acquire, or is that land that they've owned, for the last? Because I know when they first put in the turnpike, they just kind of went over farmland and everything.
Yes, well, that's the way it is. That bypass down in Middletown, Delaware. It went through farmland. And I guess there's always, what do they call that? Eminent domain.
Something like that, right?
But there's, they go through. Now this, you're not going to be cutting up any others. That road has been there for a while, but when they put new roads in, they go over farmland. It's going to be split. Now, how do they?
Well,
can those farmers get to the other side of
even closer to home when they put in the blue route?
Oh yes,
right by us. They went right through neighborhoods, and streets were literally cut in half.
Right.
So now you had. I remember this from the post office. Working at the post office, I think some of the streets ended up like. One was in Springfield, and then the other part of that street ended up in Newtown Square.
Yeah.
So different post office, and all those different things happen. So, those are things that happen. And it's just like, what do you do for the convenience of driving? I guess.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's nothing you can do. Other than that, eventually you're going to sit in gridlock all over the place.
Yeah.
But a lot of that place up there, once you get out of town, a lot of that is state game land.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's amazing the amount of rock that they have to go through.
Yeah,
it's just amazing what they have to do. Now,
granted, they've got the machinery for it.
Granted, they got the
granite rock.
Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been out of the studio for a little while, and little brother Joel here. I guess I'm gonna have to bring in my chalkboard and dissect the joke once again. Here's the joke. Here's where we got to get to. We got to get to the giggle, and goodness.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, but I know on that, I can picture there's a house. It was where I think it was past Morgantown. But it was before you got off to get to Linda's house. There was a newer house that they put up in the hills, and there was rock all over the place. So I guess just to dig that little foundation, there's just rock all over the place. It's really pretty, but I guess that's glacial. Some of the stuff that's the small.
Well, you're right. Up where our house is, it's just rock. I have like 2 blades of grass in the yard, and everything else is rocky, this, that, and everything. But the one thing I want to say about the, having the distance between opposing lanes is, you remember Tommy Gambrill. He used to do like private investigating work and stuff. So he came across different stories and stuff. But he was telling me one time that I don't know if he was working on this case or whatever, but a truck coming the opposite direction, a wheel fell off, went across right into the opposing car.
Wow.
And I think about that every single time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
driving. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to stay in the right, as far right as I can.
Mhm.
Usually I'm in the center lane, but I want to be away from that opposing traffic
Yes.
because whatever
Yep.
things fall off. So not to scare
And
everybody.
if you
out there
got
about
24 feet, tire's not going to slow
Yeah.
down too much, but a car will slow down a lot in 24 feet. It starts
Yeah.
rolling. Wow.
that. So about 15 years. So apparently what they're trying to do is redo the entire turnpike system. Some of what they're doing is over the original turnpike.
Yeah.
They're still,
Hmm.
so anyway, so 15 years, about a third of the turnpike's total length has been rebuilt at an average cost of $20 to $25 million per mile.
Wow.
So that's, everything that we're just talking about, clearing, leveling, this, blah, blah, blah. How long it takes the turnpike to finish the job will remain to be seen, but it's clear that motorists who use the highway should expect to see continuous construction along 490-mile odd road for the near future, and so too might the next generation of drivers. And so, this is going to go on forever.
Yeah.
Essentially, once they end, you know how it goes.
Sure.
They're never done.
No, because then they got to maintain what they
Yeah.
did 20 years ago.
Exactly.
Sure.
And it's not like I'm blaming them. It's like they're always working, but that's that's just the nature of the
And the more
beast, right?
traffic, the more wear on the, yes,
Yeah.
it's just, it's a never ending.
And if they don't keep up with it, then we're the first ones to complain, right?
Oh, yeah.
We don't like the construction, we don't like the potholes.
And as our current administration has been talking about, our infrastructure for the entire country is old.
Exactly.
And I think about all these bridges, like real bridge, the Bay Bridges, the bridges going into Philly and, into Jersey. I mean, what, don't they eventually have to be rebuilt? I mean, how long can they sit on those pilings, and, what's the, whew. Well, luckily I just sit in the back room on my days off and stare at the ceiling until I fall asleep. I don't have to worry about that. But you kids out there,
That's right.
that are just starting to drive.
You know what? I'm sorry, not to jump in here. There's something else I saw on my drive up to the mountain house the other day. I've never seen this before. Talk about the true meaning of a bucket truck,
right?
Or just a bucket. So we're driving up the turnpike, and I see this helicopter just off in the distance, just hovering, just right there.
Mm-hmm.
So as we get closer, it's still there. I was thinking it was a traffic helicopter, and I thought, oh boy, is there an accident up there? But it was, just like all one color, it's like all dark green or something like that, the helicopter itself. So when we got up there, it turned out that there was an electrician or a pole man in a bucket being suspended by a helicopter working on one of those tall power lines.
Wow.
I have never seen that before.
No, me neither.
Yeah, it's amazing. You think about jobs that people have. And I'm driving by in my air-conditioned car. I'm like, God bless him, man.
Now I'm hoping this guy's making $95 to $120 an hour.
I would hope so.
And what is his insurance premiums?
I know.
Shoot.
I mean, the guy in the helicopter's got to keep that thing nice and steady so that he can be down there surrounded by these high voltage wires.
And
making a
200-mile-an-hour winds to keep the hell. I mean, he's definitely got to be feeling the wind.
He's got to be feeling something from out there. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Wow, that's
on the highway anyway. So
what's his name ought to do a show on that. No, that's not really dirty jobs, but it's a tough job.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right.
Hey,
So
Deb's on,
folks, let us know what your thoughts are about road construction, anything along those lines. It's, we come up with topics for these shows. Just it just kind of happens upon us.
I've got something for you, Joel. Road related. You know how many buzzards you see when you're driving down the road?
Ooh, like those big things that
big
circle
turkey
around.
buzzards, black vultures, those sort of things.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful birds. Aren't
They are. And when you get up close to them, they are quite friendly. You can put a little marshmallow in your mouth and go up to them, and they'll just eat right out of your mouth.
I'm positive, yes.
It was a Saturday Night Live skit from a long time ago. And I'm wondering, of course, they're looking for roadkill.
Right.
And I'm wondering if there are more carrion eating, what are those things? Vultures now than there was back before there was roads.
You would think so.
Because you see a lot of, there's a, even up there, deer, that'll feed a family of 10 buzzards, I think. And then, Sunday they bring the family over. So there's 20 of them.
Keep going.
Well, that's about all I got. But I do wonder about that if roads
I would
are
assume
contributing to the abundance of
Yep.
those kind of birds.
Roads contribute to a whole lot of stuff. So.
Yes.
And I think we've talked about that before, the road runoff and all that. Anyway,
Oh yeah,
folks, if
okay,
you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
anything out of the show, smack the like button. Love the love button. Thanks for all your comments. I see some good comments about that was a nice joke.
See that?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good nice joke. Yeah, comment, share, tell us to get off the air. Say go back into hiding for the next 4 months before you come back on Smack and Jack.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately.
Okay.
Different things, tutorials or just reviews and all that kind of thing. A lot of them are very well done.
Yep.
Not one of them has made me chuckle.
No.
Not one of these things says, this guy, and then most of them I'll turn off, even if I'm interested in what, it's pertaining to what I was looking for.
Right.
The people are so boring, I can't even get past it.
Right. Well,
so
that's not the case on our show.
No. I mean, you might not like us, but we are anything but boring. Other than boring. Let's not get into a whole different joke there.
All right. It's
Okay,
time
what else
for
we got?
trivia.
Yeah, let's do
It's
some
time
trivia,
for
Joel.
trivia. We're going to hold off on the automobile discussion until later.
Okay.
We've talked a little bit too much about highways and stuff.
Yes,
we're going to table that
and
one.
we're, let's table that one.
All right.
And
we're on to
we're
trivia.
running
We got,
long in the tooth
yes,
again.
of course. We got to get the trivia here. So let's find that. And let's see.
See if I can still read without.
I think our trivia today has all to do with animals of some sort. You want to go ahead and read these, Keith? Or can you?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm saying.
folks,
Yeah.
again, this is
I'm gonna
if you
do my
forget
best,
how we
yes.
do this, put down. I think we're gonna have 5 today. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I think it's 5, maybe 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your responses, so that when we go back and check, we can see who was proficient and maybe who needs a little.
Right, and then who went out to get another cup of coffee?
Exactly. Right. All right. Go ahead.
Here we go. What is the only snake in the world that builds a nest for its eggs? And now I can't say her name online because I don't think her the divorce is final.
Next.
What is the only mammal born with horns?
Yeah. Interesting.
Again, different divorce, but boy, Joel's really getting some.
Oh, very good.
What flightless bird is featured on New Zealand's $1 bill? Now that one I haven't met yet, so and I think I might know that one. Okay, what is the name of Cowboy Star Roy Rogers' Palomino horse? Oh, I know that one.
Okay, that was number 4 in case
Roy
you're keeping
Rogers.
track.
Yeah, Roy
okay,
Rogers.
that was number 4. Let's do number 5.
Yeah, number 5. A wombat is a marsupial native to which country?
Ooh, number 5.
I also
Okay.
have. Never mind.
I'll be very interested to hear all your responses to these when we get there. Number 6. We'll do 6 today.
Okay. Yes. A sounder is a term used to refer to a group of what type of animal? A sounder. Well, I think if my friend Beth was on, she might know this one. But,
all right.
Okay.
So let's
Run
go
through them
back
real
to
quick,
number 1. What is the only snake in the world that builds a nest for its eggs? That's number 1. Number 2. What is the only mammal born with horns? Number 3. What flightless bird?
First names only, by the way, kids.
What flightless bird is featured on New Zealand's $1 coin? Number 4. What was the name of the Cowboy star Roy Rogers' Palomino horse? A lot of R's in it. Some
of these things I still say we're gonna have to get Stephanie in here sometime. I don't think
do
they're
some editing.
Yeah, they're not grammatically correct.
Yeah.
They don't flow properly.
Maybe it's us.
I don't know. I read news articles sometimes.
Number 5. A wombat is a marsupial native to which country? And number 6, a sounder is the term used to refer to a group of what type of animal? All right,
Okay,
folks.
we'll let that
So
marinate for
see
a
what
minute.
you can
Yeah,
do there.
Okay. Yeah.
And we will come back. Keith has some.
Well, some is a very vague term, but we do have a very notable day in history.
All right, here we are. Back to
This
this
day.
day in history. And then we'll do our jokes. And we'll
This
get back
day in
to
history, Uncle and Louise were saying, "Are we good with 3 kids? Let's wait a few years, see what the heck's." Let's. Did I say 66, 65? Where did I do with it? Oh my lord!
Oh goodness gracious!
I had it. I googled it this morning. I don't believe I'm not going to have it. Oh, okay. Here we go. This day in rock and roll history, ladies and gentlemen.
Rock and roll.
July 20th. Now, that was 3 days ago.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week in rock and roll history. This week in July 20th, in 1965, Bob Dylan releases Like a Rolling Stone.
Oh,
Isn't that something?
yeah.
That's almost 60 years. That's what's that? 58 years, 57 years old. The single becomes his first major hit, reaching number 2 on the U.S. charts. Song remains on the charts for 12 weeks. It is recorded on the 15th and 16th of June at Columbia Studio A on 7th Avenue in New York City. Well, I have a dear friend that's really into Bob Dylan, and he was a folk guy. And then apparently, I think at Woodstock, he brought out some electrical instruments, and then he went electrical. And that really created a rift in the whole. But Bob Dylan, very influential, and the guy's still kicking. I don't think I'd want to go see any of his shows at this point, but 1965.
Wow.
And that's something.
Wow. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so
that is
19.
something.
Sooner. You think about classical music
Mhm.
being from the 1800s and early that kind of genre. But pretty much, when they say classic rock, they're going to mean it's 100 years old.
Exactly.
This
Yeah.
stuff was 100, 120
Right,
years old,
right.
and now that we've got modern capabilities to keep this stuff
Exactly right.
forever, we'll be listening to Bob Dylan 300 years from now.
Yeah.
Weird, really weird.
It is crazy.
All right, I took
Thank
up plenty
goodness
of
for
time.
the digital age.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I lived in the digital age.
Okay, joke number 1, folks. You ready for this?
Oh, we're doing jokes. Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
we got jokes, and then we'll go back to
Uh-oh,
trivia. And
uh-oh.
then I know.
We might not have an audience.
I forgot to charge
Yes.
the audience.
All right.
What do you call a mouse who hangs out with a bunch of pythons?
Lunch.
Lunch.
Oh, I got it.
Nice, man.
All right.
Speaking of snakes, so we'll come back to snakes in just a minute. What do you get when you cross a parrot with a woodpecker?
Sorry, I was thinking about the snake thing again. That'll be with me all weekend. I don't know, Joel.
Let's recap. Let's do this again.
Okay.
What do you get when you cross a parrot with a woodpecker?
What?
A bird that talks in Morse code.
Oh, yes.
And last one. I have to be honest, folks, that we're coming to kind of nearing the end of the Jokopedia.
Oh, do you mark off the ones that
As I'm looking through,
Yeah.
man,
Wow,
we
no
have
kidding.
done, not everyone in here I think is appropriate, so I'm not
Right.
doing all of them.
Right.
But, I'm saying we're running about 90% at this point.
All right. Just remember that, Uncle Brad.
Yeah. All right. Last one. What did the fly say to the fly paper?
What?
I'm stuck on you.
Oh!
Remember, folks, do not blame us.
Yes. Actually, they weren't bad.
You're only the messenger from the Jokopedia.
Yes.
All right. Let's get back to trivia.
Can we hear that?
Yeah, you can turn that up a little bit.
Yeah, let's
For
go back to the trivia.
For the last 5%. Can we get through the show with only 5%
Well,
left?
can we get through the show today? Is
Actually,
the
it's
bigger
4%.
question.
We better hurry up. All right, let's
All
get
right,
back
yeah.
to our screen share. Can I do this? Let's go to here.
We need a control room.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, that's that. All right, go back up here. Let's make sure everybody can see it. Remember that show we did a few?
I just saw that. Does everybody see the sneaker? commercial when you just did that?
Yeah.
Can we focus in on something? I got a new pair of sneakers.
Oh, look at that. Wait a second. Wait, sorry, folks. Let's take a break here for a second. Let's see our new sneaker.
And I'm not much of a
Vans.
consumer.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a consumer, but when I get stuff that I like, I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love it. It's made in China. It's going to last me about a week and a half. I love it. Look at that. This is like total Mike Douglas. Look what it says on the outside. Be kind to the earth. Isn't that like the coolest?
Wow, man.
Yeah. So Vans, like I said, they're not the best made thing. I've had a pair before, but I'm still using them. I should have thrown them out 3 years ago, but I kind of use them as slippers. But they're totally hip. I really like the brand, and I guess that's what they're.
Okay.
So, I went on. So now I get commercial. I got flip flops the other day. Wow. I'm just super happy,
man.
Anyway,
Keith is well, you've eclipsed me. All right, let's go back to our screen shares. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, All right, we back to screen share here. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so let's scroll down here, folks. Get out your numbers here.
Okay.
Let's see how well we did.
And
number.
We can't do.
Right. We can't see because
I saw a bunch of answers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Somebody
All
had a
right.
whole
Well,
bunch of
what?
these.
We'll do a recap here. Well, you can do some of them there, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, David's got a whole bunch. Deb's got some. Barbara. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you can do a little checking there. All right. Number 1. What is the only snake in the world that builds a nest for its eggs?
Remember, folks, first names only. What kind of snake?
So we see any number 1s there?
One. No, that's.
Yeah. Okay. Let's find out.
Go with a
Survey
python.
says
King Cobra. Oh, okay.
King Cobra. All right, folks.
Okay.
Now I will say, we've been doing this trivia forever. Not once have I ever actually fact checked any of this trivia.
Right.
So it could.
That's good. We're getting more like Fox News every day.
Like, who cares? Who cares about the facts? All right. Number 2.
Boy, I'm full of it today, aren't I, Joe?
What is the only mammal born with horns? What is the only mammal?
Again, for
First names only, folks. First name only. Only mammal born with horns. I don't know.
What is the? I'm going to say the narwhal. Oh, wait a minute. Let's hold on before you.
Yeah,
I think there was. Hey, Heather's watching. Heather and Larry. Yeah, somebody had. Hold on a second.
All right, ready? 3.
No, wait. Maybe the.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. A giraffe.
Oh, a giraffe.
Wow. The least.
That. What? So many. What do you call that?
Yeah, I hear you.
Similarities to all these.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Well, that's for a late night show, ladies.
All right. What flightless bird is featured on News England's $1 coin?
Okay. I'm thinking emu. That's what's the kiwi? I'm going to say kiwi. Well, this David's saying. I think that's what he's talking about. EUM.
Okay. Let's see.
Kiwi.
Wow.
Did you see that?
Man, he's on fire. Now, when I think of kiwi, isn't that a fruit?
Yes. Well, they are. Now we keep this. We're open now. They are. Okay. Never mind. Forget about that. Get it. The fruit. No, never.
Oh, yeah.
Now, remember Dad used to have that shoe polish?
Yes.
And it was Kiwi brand.
And
that's what made me remember.
I bet we have that at home. Yeah.
Do you still have some
so.
of that stuff?
Yeah.
They still make that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll have to look that up. Man, you are like a fountain of knowledge today. I am humbled.
Useless knowledge.
I'm humbled sitting next to you here. Okay. What was the name of Cowboy star Roy Rogers' Palomino horse? Do we have any?
Yes, David got this too. Trigger, and Trigger is right. And let's do a second if we can get.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't remember what's Roy Rogers' wife name. Is it Dale Evans?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, well, I just gave the answer. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Let me know if that's correct. That's like a side thing there.
All right,
ladies and
that's a
gentlemen.
yes.
Okay, Roy Rogers.
That's trivia.
You know what I like
points,
most about Roy
3.1.
Rogers?
What's that?
The double R bar burger. I don't know if the chain's still around anymore. Double R bar burger.
Which I haven't had.
Have you ever had? You might never have had it.
Probably not.
Because when I was working at the bazaar in the 80s, there was a Roy Rogers in the parking lot, and it was a hamburger and it had roast beef on top of it.
Oh my god!
And for a chain restaurant, it was fabulous, especially back in the day when. Well, never mind.
What's the other roast beef place?
Arby's.
Arby's. Okay, there used to be one in Media, I think.
Yes, the Arby's. Let me tell you about Arby's.
Oh boy.
They were the first ones, and probably not the first ones, to completely grind down an entire cow. Grind it down into like this pasty kind of stuff, put a bunch of gelatin in it, form it, and then slice it down.
Oh no!
Yeah. So if you ever get Roy, I used to get that a lot because I like their onion roll and that fake cheese stuff.
Right.
But then I started looking that when they bring out the new, and they used to cut it there at the stores. I don't think they do that anymore. Okay. But it was reformed. Yes, everything but the hooves.
Oh my gosh! All right, a wombat is a marsupial native to which country?
Oh, hold on a second. David might have this one again. Oh, okay. I'm going to say New Zealand, but we got another answer here. I might as well just say because we're going to find out. David says Tasmania. Australia. I was going to say Australia, but Australia was part of the other.
Man, okay. Good, folks. All right, last one. A sounder is a term used to refer to a group of what type of animal?
Boy, this is like really like it should be like a relationship gone wrong because all
right, what we got?
All right.
Answer is
wait a minute.
Wild swine, pigs, or boars. A sounder is a term used to refer to a group of what type of animal?
Wild swine, pigs, or boars.
Interesting.
Now I wonder what the sound because they make the sound.
I don't know. Good research.
Yeah.
As always, folks, we're here to
well, that was very good.
To spark your thinking, spark your imagination. Not really to give any answers to anything.
Oh,
but
okay, sorry. Debbie got trigger first, so sorry, Debs. You get
very good.
Well, let's hope so. Deb's got horses, so. Never mind.
All right. Never mind. Folks, good to see everybody today. We had a good number of people. We have Beans and Men on YouTube. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Our next show, Keith, is I don't know when,
but it's going to be up in the air. It's probably not going to be in June.
Okay.
Let's shoot for August
because June was last month. Is that true?
You are right.
I was just agreeing with you there.
I got the J part right.
Yeah, we'll try to do another live show before the end of the summer. We're also going to try to do our at least maybe one review on Smack and Jack Tested that you'll be able to see on YouTube.
Yeah,
coming up, we'll do the
vacuum. You haven't seen the last one, the
Yeti.
The Yeti.
Yeah,
it was. It's another brand that I like. Yeah, I like the Yeti. A guy I was working with the other day, he had one of the new ones. He had a yellow surround on it. And
with the new lid,
top. And he was loving it.
Nice. So that's getting good feedback over on YouTube. So
okay,
we're happy about that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for stopping by. It's been a while, but I'm glad you're doing it. I'm really glad you called me the other day, Joel, and this is just great. So remember, stay cool, stay inside, and nothing else. You might as well just stay inside. If you're married, let the guy go out and make some burgers for you.
Try to find some indoor things that you have to get done.
I would think even
might just be reasonable.
Swimming. I bet you the pool that you used to go to, I bet you that's not even going to be cool.
Right. Probably by now it's warm. And we've been lacking on the rain.
Yes.
That's kind of the other part of this whole.
Yep. Yes,
around here. Although up at the mountain house, it seems to rain every other day. So.
That's
but around here,
what Monk used to say up at the campsite.
I don't know why that is. Is because it's in the mountains?
Yeah, we always said the mountains kind of in it. Maybe it does. It creates its own little.
But it seems to rain up there plenty. So, all right, folks, that is it. Stay tuned for our next show, whenever that is. But we will be back. Don't worry, we'll be back. And thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
Great show.
And remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. And we'll see you next on our next Smack and Jack Live.
See you next time. Thanks for watching.
Smack that, spin the face. Jack